Hello and welcome to this episode of Metaphysical Moments. Thank you for tuning in. Before we get into the theme of this upload, I'd like to invite those of you who have not yet subscribed but who enjoy this content to consider doing so. It really does make a difference. As always, my sincere appreciation goes out to all who have subscribed and continue to support my work. And then there's the matter of liking, sharing and submitting comments and questions below, which you are all always most welcome to do. Without further ado, let's talk about giving consent. Being impressed with a desire, an awareness that a new expression of life is available to you is all too often misconstrued as an intense longing or wish for something. And if you are someone who interprets your desire this way, this is simply because you are not yet familiar with the vocabulary of feeling relative to impressions of this type. What we have been conditioned en masse to believe is that a desire is an earnest want, when it is in fact a notification that something has been conceived by consciousness and is awaiting our sign-off or consent for its expression. Further, consciousness, being absolute causation, requires the receiver of the desire impression to be the bearer of it, which is essential to the continuation of the great drama called human life. Indeed, in the esoteric world, human beings play no role in the forming of a desire, but are rewarded for agreeing to participate in its actualization. So how then do we give consent? Firstly, we must unequivocally acknowledge the true nature of the desire, no matter its characterization. That's to say, whether you are being impressed to own a brand new car or are looking to flee some interminable situation. So note the word desire is split into de and sire, with de from the Latin meaning of or about, and sire, S-I-R-E, meaning both seed giver or male parent and authority, in other words, God. And I wouldn't get too hung up on words like male or God. That's just the way it is. A desire then is a notification of a new expression of life with you in the starring role that, although not engendered by you, is best served by your animation. In other words, the desire needs you to express it. That's why you were impressed with it. Secondly, you must become clear about the detail of the desire. This requires you taking time to mentally identify all aspects of it. You do this in the usual way, in silence with your eyes closed to the outward mineral world. In this condition, you allow a scene to unfold, showing the desire as fully operational. Thirdly, you must believe in your desire, and you do this by engaging the scene using your subjective senses. Esoterically, this is the only method of demonstrating belief. Consent, then, is the feeling agreement between you and absolute causation, which is evidenced by a pleasurable sensation that builds in intensity. This sensation is most closely mimicked in the physical world by sexual arousal and ultimately climax. The more into it you are, the quicker you will see results. Fourthly and finally, at the climatic point, a bond is formed and full consent has been given, and you will no longer be aware of your desire in the same way, which means that you will instantly and automatically feel differently about it. There is nothing left for you to do then except go about your usual business. Now that you have given consent, the unfolding of the desire will be taken care of and will occur as a normal, natural part of your life. In fact, you will be unaware that you are behaving differently, but every action you take going forward will be conducive to the maturing and ultimate expression of your new expression of life. It's absolutely crucial that you recognize the importance of all of these steps. If you think of your desire as something that you want, you will not use the correct feeling vocabulary, and the correlative impression necessary for the desire to be realized will not be made. So there you have it. Thank you for listening. Until next time, stay phenomenally you. This has been an original Kate Chigede presentation.